In 1920, the land of Israel, or Palestine as it was called back then by the enemies of the Jews, was placed under British control by the League of Nations. Winston Churchill, who would later become the Prime Minister of Great Britain, was then serving as the Secretary of State for the Colonies. In March of 1921, he planned a visit to the land of Israel, which had only recently come under the British mandate. His first stop was Gaza. The story goes that when he arrived, local Arabs greeted him with a loud, angry, antisemitic demonstration. But since Churchill had no idea what they were saying, he thought their shouts were welcoming him and smiled and waved back at the crowd. From Gaza, Churchill traveled to Jerusalem, and from there, his next stop would be the brand new city of Tel Aviv. The Jewish leaders were eager to make a great impression, to show him how beautiful and modern their young city was. But there was one problem. The city's main street, called Rothschild Boulevard, did not look much like a boulevard at all. It was more like a dusty side street and completely bare, not even a single tree in sight. Mayor Dizengoff, the first mayor of Tel Aviv, came up with a bold idea. There was no way to grow trees in these couple days. They wouldn't even have time to plant them properly. So, the night before Churchill's visit, Dizengoff arranged for workers to bring in hundreds of full-grown trees and simply stand them upright along the road. Just stand them without planting. And it would make the boulevard look a little more like a boulevard. The next day, Churchill arrived. Mayor Dizengoff proudly stood beside him, waiting for him to admire the beauty of Tel Aviv. But, as you understand, Mayor was not the only one who was eager to see famous British statesman. The entire population of Tel Aviv poured into the streets, men, women, and children. And what do children do when they want to see something better and there's a tree nearby? They climb that tree. Well, one by one, these trees started tipping over, until the whole boulevard was collapsing like a line of dominoes. Dizengoff's grand plan to impress Churchill had literally come crashing down. Everyone turned to see how the great statesman would react. But Churchill simply smiled. He patted Mayor Dizengoff on the back and said, "Roots! Without roots, trees will never stand." And this was a message to all Jews, not only those gathered on Rothschild Boulevard. Trees can only stand because of their roots. The taller and stronger the trees are, the deeper and sturdier their roots must be. All of us are trying to grow our own trees of life, becoming strong, successful, fruitful. We want our children to grow even taller and stronger than we are. But to do that, we must make sure that we and our kids have strong roots. Without the roots, our magnificent trees will simply collapse. Our roots are in the land of Israel, in that very land that was once called Palestine by our enemies. Our roots are in Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Our roots are in Moses, who received Torah at Mount Sinai. Our roots are in performing mitzvot, the Torah commandments, and attending synagogues, putting on tefillin and lighting Shabbat candles. The Jewish people have survived every storm of our history because of these deep roots. And as long as we hold on to these roots, we too will stand tall through every challenge, every hardship, and every adversity that life brings our way.